with Miss T. Welcome. I'm your girl, Miss T. And this is Keeping It Real with Miss T. I'm your host today. And today we are talking about health and financial fitness. I got my girl, Chentrell Marie. And we're going to talk about today how important it is to get healthy and to stay fit, ladies. How you doing today, ma'am?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm blessed.
Yes, ma'am.
You look so good.
Thank you, honey. And so do you.
Well, thank you. How did you get started with fitness or whatever?
How did I get started? I got started January 10th, 2011.
Okay.
It was during that time that I realized that I needed to change. And when I first started, I was 215 pounds.
Ooh.
And I decided that I no longer wanted to be like that.
Right.
I was suffering with high cholesterol, migraines. I was very stressed. I had vertigo. I was overall sick.
Okay.
And it just came to a point where I was like, you know what? I don't have to live like this.
Right.
And that's when my journey began.
Right. So you made the decision for yourself to step out and step out on faith and get healthy.
That's it. I made it for myself.
Right. Tell me this. Why is it important for women to get healthy? What's the reasons? I know you said you were stressed and diseases, physically sick,
right. And one of the main important reasons why it's important for us as women to be healthy and fit is because we take care of the family.
Right.
The family take care. I have 2 kids. I have a husband. I was working a job. And at the time, even for me, not taking care of myself meant other things were going down.
Right.
You know, I wasn't there mentally for my kids. I wasn't there physically for my husband.
Right.
I couldn't think straight on my job. It was a lot of stress. And only thing that soothed it was vanilla Oreo cookies.
Right, so you was like an emotional eater.
Emotional.
Let's talk about that emotional, because I go through that. When I'm stressed, I go right to the cake. But there's other alternatives you could take. You don't have to pick up the cookie or the cake.
That's right.
Drink a lot of milk or whatever. You could really start exercising, because exercising relieves stress, right?
Yes, it does. Definitely relieves stress. It releases endorphins, which is that feel-good hormone that's in our brain. And when you start to think about exactly how you feel after you work out, not the physical, because sometimes you'll be a little sore.
Right.
But the mental is it's that drug you want to keep coming back for.
Right.
I had through that period of time workouts where I would cry. I mean,
really?
And I didn't cry because the workout was intense or hard. It was that emotion. It was letting go. It was getting rid of all of that
garbage,
baggage,
right?
Leaving it there, right along with the pounds. Throwing away the baggage.
Right.
And it started to help me to reconnect to myself. And as a result, I became more present with my kids.
Right.
I became more attentive to my husband. I wasn't kind of hiding from my family. Because, I mean, I got into a point where it was like I wanted to just crawl in a hole and just be there.
So did your weight at the time stop you from going to certain events like parties?
Yeah, I didn't go to parties. I didn't go to events. As a matter of fact, my god sister actually told me after a period of time, I hadn't talked to family. I wasn't talking to anybody.
Really?
And she said, I knew something was going on with you. It was like, yeah, I was depressed. I look in the mirror and it wasn't who I was. It wasn't who I felt like I should be.
Right.
And at 215 pounds and you're 5'1", it was a lot of extra stuff I was carrying around.
Yeah.
And walking upstairs, I mean, by the time I get to the top, I'm heaving. I can't breathe. Eating just made it even worse because then I never wanted to stop.
Right,
It soothed that emptiness I had inside.
Right.
But going through all of that, going through that process really helped me to realize that, yeah, I'm an emotional eater.
Right.
Because
first you have to admit that you're an emotional eater.
Exactly.
Once you admit that, then you could really take the challenge to get out there and work out. Let's talk about that. How can someone get started if they, was at the same place you were, like 215 pounds, and they 5'1", and they're looking in the mirror, they really don't see themselves. What steps would they need to do to start exercising and working out?
Well, the very first thing, I work with my clients and I tell them, you have to discover your why. It's a mental
thing.
You gotta come to, why am I doing this? because it's about making a lifestyle change, and that's what I work with people on, developing lifestyle changes. It's not about a diet. It's not about a fat pill.
Not about losing weight for people. You know, sometimes people do that.
That's right, for others. You know,
right.
It's not about that. It's about, why am I doing it for myself? You know, what is my reason for this?
Okay.
And then once you determine what your reason is, then it's making that decision. Because everybody can always, you know, you can come up with the great ideas, but the hardest part is starting.
Right.
I can order the disc, it's gonna sit there. I can buy the weights and the cute treadmill, and it's gonna sit on the side and collect dust.
Right.
It's that starting. What's gonna start me? And once you start, then how do I stay started? You know, how do I keep going on? What's my motivation? And that's how it comes back to, what's your why?
What's your why?
My why was, I'm doing this because I need to. Physically, I was sick. Mentally, I was sick. Emotionally, I was a wreck. I was a very ugly person to be around.
Right.
And it just started from the inside. And when I took that step and just went out on faith and believed that, you know what, I can make this change. I can do this. I started in my garage and I worked out, and it was hard as a lot of things.
Right.
Yeah. It was really difficult. But every day I went back, and it came back to that why.
Okay. Tell me this, what kind of training you provide for women, like cardio or strength training?
I do a little bit of both.
Okay.
As a group fitness trainer, I like working with groups, and I like working with groups because when you have that, you build off of each other, and you get that camaraderie. And you know, when you're with your girl and you're working out with your girl, you're not going to want to see your girl and not do it. You're going to encourage each other more. You're going to push a little bit harder. So the group fitness formats that I use, they're cardio based. So it includes Zumba, which everybody likes.
Which I'm going to take her class.
Zumba's fun. It also includes Turbo. Turbo Kick is a great, fun-filled hip-hop type workout. You have the strength building, which is called PYO, as well as boot camp. And that helps to develop your muscle.
When we come back, we're going to talk about financial fitness with my girl D'Veal. This Keeping It Real with Miss T. You heard me. We're back, and I'm sitting here with my girl D'Veal, and we're going to talk about financial fitness. We're going to talk about how important it is to keep up that credit.
Yes.
Everybody think that you don't need good credit. And remember what we was talking the other day, and I was telling you about how people think if you win the lottery, if you win $1 million, you don't need credit. Explain to people how important is credit.
Credit is very important. It's a status quo. It lets lenders see that you're a trustworthy person.
Right.
You have a word.
Right.
People have a problem with having a word.
Right.
So that can be a problem.
Let's talk about the bureaus. Explain how many bureaus that it is that, you know, when people go to those little sites, Credit, True Credit or whatever, to check things. Explain that to them, what they need to do if they are interested in cleaning their credit.
Okay. Well, first of all, there are 5 systems. Okay. And there are 4 scoring systems. And there's 1 trending system. And all 5 systems, the first system is check systems, which is your financial institution system. That system carry information, eviction information, felony information, wealth index, how much wealth is actually based, wealth index is actually based on how many properties you own, how many aircrafts, how many watercrafts. It's not based on automobiles.
Right, I didn't know that.
Right.
Wow. Explain trending, because when you say trending, my crazy self, trending, I'm thinking fashion. Jokey joke. But anyway, explain trending and how important that is to, you know, trending or whatever, because I never understand when I was in your office and you were saying trending, I'm like, Veal, what is trending? So explain to the people what trending is.
Okay, well basically trending is a lifestyle. You know, it's a lifestyle. It's how you rock. It's how you roll. It's how much money the banks see that you can be trusted with. For an example, if you want to finance something, a friend, you're not going to give them any money if they don't have a history of paying their bills or the credit, or history of making moves and paying the bills on time.
Right.
And trending is just a status quo. It just lets lenders know how much money you are used to playing with. Okay, period.
Right.
You know, and that's totally different from the bureau, the scoring system.
Right.
Because like if you're trending, let's say you're trending $5. Well, the lenders see you can move a little money.
Right.
You're trending $5,000. Now you can be trusted.
Right.
Now you can be trusted with money you really want. You can do some things.
Right.
Like we mentioned, with the trending, that's basically a Nova system.
Right.
That's Wall Street system, a trending system. Okay. And you got the 4 bureaus: TransUnion, Experian, Equifax, and Anovas. Anovas is Wall Street system. Okay.
So they check all that.
Everything.
Every time they run your credit, they're checking all 3 systems that you're talking about.
That's right. As a matter of fact, if you're banking with our top predatory lenders like Chase, Capital One, Bank of America, First Bank and Trust, HSBC, our top predatory lenders. That's the first thing they check to see what you're trending.
Okay.
And that's easily pulled from Anovas. But you have the other 4 systems. They usually do a retro pull where it won't impact your score.
Okay.
If you bring it to the attention that your credit is important to you and you don't want any, you don't want to lose any points.
How important is the score?
Score is very important. Like now, the score graph has moved to 1150. 700
Oh, it's
is no
1150. So 750
no longer good credit.
What?
That's right.
I never knew that.
Yeah, the credit scores moved to 1150 now. That's where the score is.
So tell me this: why did it move?
Well, when our president went in office, he had to shift some things around. He's Mr. Wall Street. And so he had to shift some things around, and the score graph moved from 700 to a 990.
Wow.
Yeah.
So 750 is considered.
It's fair.
It's fair. I know it's not bad credit.
No, it's not bad. It's just fair. But your interest rate is still good. You cross into a total different score band once your score is like 760.
Okay.
780. Once you cross over into a total different score band. So your interest rate is lower. You get prime lenders instead of predatory lenders.
Okay.
And then it's how you bank. You have to know how to bank.
Right.
All of my clients that I've dealt with, I've been blessed to work with. They all are trenders.
Right.
Everyone is trending now. Everyone know the importance of their credit. They're not leaving money in the banks like they used to.
Okay.
Money's not hanging around the house. A lot of my clients are not out there shopping and buying their cars with the doors, flying.
The Lamborghini doors.
Yeah.
We keeping it real.
Let's keep it real.
How can we contact you?
Okay.
How can they contact Perfect Choice Credit?
Yeah, the Perfect Choice.
If they want to get their credit clean, how will they contact you?
I'm a household name here worldwide. You could Google us. We're the Perfect Choice Louisiana. We're on Facebook, Perfect Choice, Perfect Choice 2. We're also online, www.theperfectchoicela.com. We're a household name here in New Orleans, so it won't be complicated for anybody to reach out.
Okay, let's talk about how D'Veal, and I'm a partner with her on this. We're giving back to the community with the prom dresses. Explain to people what about the prom dress drive?
Yes. Well, House of D'Veal Project is a nonprofit organization that dress teens here in New Orleans. We have dressed a total of 470 kids. It's been 5 years we've been doing it, active, on the market, 5 years where we're out there, but we've been doing it since Katrina. We've been helping here in the city in New Orleans, born and raised here. And Queen did her thing.
My daughter was in it. We had a photo shoot. We had some very important people that came out, right?
Yeah, I want to thank Kleinfeld Bridal. They helped us out a lot. They donated some gowns to us for our event. It was wonderful. I want to thank the models. A lot of the models came out and showed some love to us. Aviana, Callie Red.
Callie Red was awesome.
Yes, she is. That girl is awesome.
We come back from this commercial, we're going to talk more about financial fitness and we're going to talk more about health fitness. We're keeping it real with Miss T. Welcome back. And I'm your host, Miss T. We're keeping it real with Miss T. I'm back with my guest and we're talking about financial fitness and we're talking about health fitness. And I'm with my girl, Chentrell Marie.
Yeah.
Keep getting her name wrong. I don't know why. And you know what I want to ask you when we're talking in our segment? I wanted to ask you about the diet pills. Everybody going crazy. I lost 30 pounds on my own and everybody be telling me to lose the rest of the weight. You need to get Edipex.
No, you don't need Edipex. You don't need Edipex, you don't need Oxy Elite, you don't need Dexatrim, you don't need any of those things.
Wow.
So what you need to do is just pull back from the table.
Just pull back.
That's it. Pull back. Calories in, calories out.
Calories
Diet pills, you can save that money. Come see me, and I'll help you do it.
Okay.
I don't need the pills.
Give them your information.
You can reach me on Facebook, of course, Chentrell Marie, or you can go to my website, weightmanagement-fitnesssolutions.com. We're located in Slidell. It's a weight loss clinic, and I work with women to help them from the inside out. So we develop a weight management program for you.
Right.
And it does not consist of any pills or fabulous drinks or anything like that. It's really just teaching you again how to eat properly for your body.
Right. And that's what I did to lose the little 30 pounds that I lost. I just cut back from the table. And I'm going to be joining her and getting one of her training sessions. So she gave y'all the information. Y'all make sure that y'all contact us. Because I feel like this year we're going to be healthy.
Yes.
We're going to go all the way health in the mind and finance or whatever.
That's
D'Veal.
right. Yes.
Tell them what they need to do to contact you.
I can be reached by phone, 504-304-1640, or you can reach me on my website, www.theperfectchoicela.com. You can also reach us on Facebook. We're a household name. We're not hard to find.
A household name. My girl D'Veal. We promoting the prom dresses. This is Keeping It Real with Miss T. I always keep it real. We give it back to the community, talking about health and finances. We'll be back after this commercial break. And we're back. We're Keeping It Real with Miss T. A big shout out to my boy Ernest from using the Therapy Wine Lounge. Thank you for using your establishment. A big shout out to my girl D'Veal, letting everybody know how important it is to get that credit score up. She's telling everybody about trending, how we need to get the credit together. And big special thanks to my girl Chentrell Marie, where we're talking about health and fitness. It is so important for everybody to get out there and walk and exercise. Whatever you want to do to start, just start. You heard me? Don't let nothing stop you. This is Keeping It Real with Miss T, and I'm going to see y'all next week.
To the mall, you said you would hold me down, but when the bills came, you weren't around. You said that you never hit me. You said that you couldn't forget me, but it was all a lie. When I look back, I see I'm stronger now. I got too much to lose, to be playing with you. I got too much to lose, 'cause you gon' do what you wanna do. I got too much to lose. I got too much playing with you. And I'm stronger now, stronger now, stronger now, stronger now. What goes around, comes around. You never have to worry about me no more. The things you put me through, they'll come back to you, yeah. But I'm stronger now, stronger now, stronger now, I'm stronger now. I shouldn't have put that car in my name. You got my credit bad, it was better before you came. I shouldn't have paid your cell phone bill, yakking all the time, talking about you keep it real. Wasn't real. And when you ran the streets, I kept your kids straight. And when you came home, you had a hot plate. I sure did. But it was all a lie. When I look back, I see I'm stronger now. Too much to lose, to be playing with you. I got too much to lose, 'cause you gon' do what you wanna do. I got too much to lose. I got too much playing with you. And I'm stronger know what? It's a true saying, what goes around comes around. You out there trying to mess with my friends and trying to be doggish, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to mess over you bad, but you know, what goes around comes around. I'ma put it in the Lord's hand, you heard me? You gon' get dealt with, and I ain't gonna have to do nothing to you. What goes around comes around. You never have to worry about me no more. The things you put me through, they'll come back to you, yeah. But I'm stronger now, stronger now, stronger now, I'm stronger now. Oh, keep your head up if you a strong black woman. You don't have to go through nothing you don't wanna go through. You gotta be strong.